Meccha Japan. Hello Tamers, Rusmero here, and as you guys might have already guessed, today's video is sponsored by Meccha Japan. They have graciously sent over this box of X-Record for me to open, and I thought I'd use the opportunity to do something a little special. So instead of doing one of my regular openings, I am only going to open 16 packs in this box in order to create 2 decks for a rainbow draft battle. Secondly, I am going to give away all of the cards here in this box, including these 2 update packs. How I'm going to do this is that I'm going to let you guys vote which of the 2 draft decks you think will win, and out of the people who guess correctly, one of you will be a lucky winner to walk away with this entire box of X-Record, although with some of the packs open already, and these 2 update packs. And finally, I also have for you guys a limited time voucher code that you can use for buying stuff on Meccha Japan, and the voucher code should be flashed on the screen right now. More details on how to sign yourself up for the giveaway and the voucher code are in the description below. But for now, let me tell you guys a bit more about Meccha Japan. Meccha Japan is an online store that sells products from major Japanese franchises such as Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and more. They have a catalog of more than 12,000 products from Japan, including figures, plushes, and of course, what you guys come to my channel for, trading cards. I've taken a look at their listings and their DCG prices are actually pretty good. They even have the upcoming BT-10 Cross Encounter and the Jess and Ragnarlord start decks up for pre-order, so you can consider ordering from them using the given voucher code. They ship worldwide and offer customer support in English, so you don't have to worry about a thing. Do check them out and follow Meccha Japan on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram to get the latest news on products and promotions. Okay, with that, I think we can proceed into our, well, not full box opening, but partial box opening in order to determine our 2 draft decks. Of course, I'm not going to open the promo pack, this will go to the winner of the giveaway as well. Now, in Japanese Digimon boxes, there are a total of 24 packs and each pack has 6 cards inside. Since a main Digimon deck needs to have 50 cards, I have decided that I will open 8 cards from the top on the left for one deck and 8 cards on the top from the right for the other deck. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, this will be the first draft deck. Not to worry that the cards won't meet 50 though, because I mean, we aren't exactly playing by the official rules here, so I think it's fine. And of course, the number of Digitama might differ depending on the Digitama that come out of these packs as well. On the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, very nice. So these remaining 8 packs at the bottom is for the pleasure of the winner to open by themselves. I'm really hoping that we pull like at least 1 super rare each of these decks so that there'll be a bit of some interesting dynamics. But I'm hoping that the SP or the alt art is still lurking at the bottom there so that the winner can open it for themselves. But with that, this box is sealed. Okay, before I start opening these packs though, let me clarify a few rules of this rainbow draft. So in the Digimon card game, decks are generally built around colors, right? You evolve a red Digimon into another red Digimon. So if we just play by the official rules based on the cards that come out in these packs, these decks aren't going to be very playable because you won't really have any true evolution lines. The reason why I called this a rainbow draft is because for this draft battle, all color restrictions are going to be ignored. So that goes for evolution requirements, option card usage, and also effects that specify certain colors. Okay, so basically we're playing without any colors in this draft. Secondly, because this set introduces the new mechanic of X Digimon, it would be a shame if they don't get to show off their potential in this draft battle, since their non-X forms are probably not in this set but found in previous sets. So there is going to be a special X antibody rule, where any X Digimon can evolve on top of a Digimon of the same level. So in this draft, I could, for example, evolve Togemon into Greymon X. And finally, regardless of the cards pulled in this draft, each deck will be allowed to have access to 4 copies of the X Antibody option card, just so we can see a bit more of the X effects in play. So those are the main special rules for this Rainbow X draft. If there's anything else, I'll flash them on the screen right now, but first, let us open and see what our draft deck on the left is going to look like. So I expect that a big determinant of each deck's performance is going to be the number of Digitama they pull, as well as the number of Tamers, and also the access to high rarity cards. So, let's start with the first pack, but in general, I think I'm going to fast forward this area and only stop at moments where we get some interesting cards. Oh, dude, seriously? In our very first pack, the deck on the left is already leading the charge with the first SR, Galleonmon X. Okay, and well, if you win the giveaway, this card will be yours for the taking. Hagumon as a Digitama is actually not too shabby because any deck can just discard one card for the plus 1k. Oh, come on! I wanted to save the all art for the winner of the giveaway, but it looks like that is not happening. However, Wargreymon X in alt art is quite a valuable card, and I mean it looks completely badass as well, so this is going to be an awesome prize for the winner, and it looks like this deck is really shaping up to be a super aggressive deck, with level 6s that are just out there to smash the opponent's field and security. It looks like this deck is looking pretty promising as the winner for now. Kuwamon X. Oh, and the first tamer for this deck on the left is Taichi and Hikari. Not too powerful. Oh no, Greymon X with Wargreymon X, this deck is shaping up to be quite a potential contender. Okay, so they pulled one copy of X Antibody, but unfortunately this is kind of like a dud since both decks are guaranteed to have 4 anyway. What's most important is that I just spotted another SR at the bottom. Dude, this isn't even going to be fair! Ordinemon as well, but I guess the problem here is that Ordinemon really needs to be DNA Digivolve. Oh right! Because we're ignoring colors, any 2 level 6 can actually fuse into Ordinemon. Okay. This first deck is mad, and now we are down to the final pack for the deck on the left. And the final card of this deck is Magnadramon X, which puts them at 5 level 6s only. Okay, so this is our first draft deck. They managed to get 1 Digitama and 1 Tamer, and I guess the ratios of the Digimon of the different levels is not too bad. And of course, they did manage to get a lot of SRs, literally 2 SRs and 1 All Art. So I would say that they are very strong contenders right now. However, they did pull into quite a lot of option cards, some of which are not very applicable to the deck, so there is a chance they might brick in the middle of the fight. Some interesting interactions you might observe: Greymon X into Wargreymon X. If this deck is able to get out Wargreymon X with Effect Deletion and Bounce Resistance, they would really be a threat. And for some reason, they also got both Metal Piranimon and the level 5 Piranimon, allowing them to pull off the Pirani combo. Don't worry, these cards are not going to be physically used for the graft. The super rares and above will all be foiled and stored away. The actual battle will be conducted using my simulator as always, so that we can make sure these cards are in pristine condition for the winner. I think we should come up with a name for each deck though, so that it's easier to differentiate between them, and because this one has both Galleonmon X and Wargreymon X, maybe we can call it the Blazing Warriors deck. Now it's time to see what our second draft deck has in store. Man, it's like in order to stand a better chance, I'm hoping that they pull an SR here, but if they do, then there really isn't any surprises waiting for the winner of the giveaway anymore. Oh! Starting off with a tamer already, Meiko, and her effect has potential to be quite destructive in this rainbow draft since we're ignoring colors, because the second effect triggers when you play a dual color Digimon with purple and yellow. But now that will trigger as long as you're playing. And Cool Boy as well, dude! Okay, so in the face of the Blazing Warriors, a high rarity Digimon, this deck looks like it's aiming to control the field with powerful tamers. Meikumon to go with Meiko as well. Interesting. Man, if only Ordinemon was here, and then things would be like shaping up pretty nicely. And our second deck has gotten a Digitama, but unfortunately it is Koromon, and if they do not get like a Wargreymon or Omegamon in their deck, it's, well, at the very least it can go into a level 3 for 0 cost, so even if the Inheritable doesn't go off, it can still play a role. And they have another tamer, Takeru and Izzy. And a second Digitama, so they've got 2 level 3s coming out for free. That is giving them a pretty big advantage. And another tamer with Mimi and Joe. Grand Dracmon, not an SR, but definitely strong level 6 material. If they can get some Digimon of like the Dex and the Dracmon lines, then they could potentially abuse this into some really interesting shenanigans. Oh, 3 Digitamas for the deck on the right! Dude, this one is just and Kyoshiro as well! They now have a tamer that can guarantee 3 memory at the start, dude! Dracmon, dude, Dracmon and Grand Dracmon. And Alphamon Rare as well! The best part that its effect only requires a card with the X antibody trait, and there are so much of that in this pack, we might actually see them pulling this off. Dude, okay, here we go, the final pack. This is actually, I'm really super hyped to see who is gonna win this matchup now. Let's go. The final pack for the deck on the right. Sanglupmon, dude, they are going for the Grand Drac strategy. Imagine if we pull Metadormon in this pack as well. Another Tamer. This one, what does Daigo do again? That's not too bad. It'll give all of the level 6 Digimons in this deck blocker. And Rise Greymon X, which can play any red or yellow Tamer, but since we're ignoring colors, it can just go off on anything. This deck is turning out to be a threat, man. So this is the recipe of our second draft deck. They got a lot of Digitama and Tamers, and their low-level Digimon representation is very good as well, with not too many option cards. However, I foresee that they might have a bit of trouble because they do not have many level 5s and level 6s, so it will really depend on luck. Both decks now have a pretty good chance of breaking due to their respective unique ratios. But I mean, that's kind of part of the fun of draft battles. To consider some interesting interactions, we have Dracmon, Sanglupmon, and Grand Dracmon, almost the entire Dracmon line. So let's see how far they'll be able to pull off some shenanigans evolving from the trash. Not only that, with the number of Tamers, Rise Greymon X can potentially give this deck a pretty big advantage. And finally, of course, the rare Alphamon himself, which can easily pull off his effects even in a draft battle of this set. So I'm really excited to see how that will turn out. What name should we give to this deck though? Well, unlike the Blazing Warriors, this deck doesn't seem to have any one central theme, but to kind of combine elements from both Alphamon and Grand Dracmon, how about Noble Darkness? And there we go, here are our two Rainbow X draft decks, the Blazing Warriors versus Noble Darkness. I'm glad that only 2 SRs popped up, so I'm pretty sure there is still one left lurking at the bottom of the last 8 packs in the box that the winner can look forward to opening. Anyways, now that the 2 decks have been decided, to put in your votes and sign up for the giveaway, please access the link to the sign up form in the description of this video down below. You guys will have about a week to vote and sign up. The exact deadline will be flashed on the screen right here, and 1 minute right after this deadline, the second part of this video, the battle between these 2 draft decks, will appear on my channel, which is when you will find out whether or not you stand a chance at winning all of these cards from this one box of X-Record. And with that, that'll be all for this first part of the Meccha Japan Rainbow X draft battle. Do check out the Meccha Japan website, use the voucher code, and I will see you guys 1 week later in the battle part.